Good afternoon. It's a somewhat new experience for everyone. The troops, undoubtedly, and their families.
Whether this is sort of a final showdown. I think
I've
you
answered
said,
that.
Well, you
I
said
would not
you-
think of it that way, and I think it would be a mistake for anyone. Listen, these folks are determined. These are killers. They chop people's heads off. They're getting money from around the world. They're getting recruits.
What I'm getting at is you've told us you don't know if Zarqawi is there. You don't know exactly how many terrorists are still there. We don't even know exactly how many civilians are there. I mean, can you give us any sense of if this is, are we going to see a number of Fallujah-type invasions as they move city to city? Is that what you envision? Or do you really think you could squelch a lot of the insurgency with this move today and this week?
We've answered that, but let me repeat it because it's important. No one can know the answer to that question. As to what we can know of certain knowledge is that you cannot have a country that is free and democratic and respectful of all the people in the country if you have safe havens for people who go around chopping people's heads off. You can't have a country if that's the case. Therefore, the government and those assisting, in this case the coalition, have to understand that. It doesn't take a genius to understand that. That means that to the extent people think that that is an option and try to do that, they will find it is not an option. The only option that exists for those folks is to decide that they have a stake in the future of that country and to become a part of the political process. And when I use this phrase tipping, people don't go from here over to there. They move this way, and just a slight bit, and pretty soon the overwhelming majority are over in this area, recognizing that that's the future. The future is not a dark future of cutting people's heads off. The future is a bright future for them, of where they can participate in it. They may not have exactly the same degree of control they had previously, because it won't be a dictatorship. Too bad. It's a different world.
Or do you hope to stay on?
Charlie, the president has spoken on this issue. He went to Camp David.
Political decision made. In any event, they didn't finish Fallujah in April. I think we can agree on that. Do you have, can you make some statement here that there's not going to be anything stopping this battle from going through to a clear and final victory, or is there still some sort of room for it to stop once again without being completed?
I cannot imagine that.
You can't imagine what?
I cannot imagine that it would stop without being completed. And lo and behold, Afghanistan had an election. Amazing. All right, good to see y'all.
If you would come down and see us more than every couple of months.